Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, good night, depending on where you are. I just said I'm going to come on and talk a little bit because these open talk forums are gaining some good traction. So just gonna come on, give you guys time to come in. I'm gonna go back into a little bit of the Egyptian book of the Egyptian book of Gates. Mess with the Meduneche a little bit, see if I can figure it out without using the translation. So let's see. Right. Come on, come on, come on. I'm gonna oh, I'm not I didn't share the screen yet. All right, screen is sharing there. Okay, why am I not seeing anything on the screen? Okay, it's okay, like it's sticking. Let's do it again. Did it, I didn't think it shared. I think I stopped it. All right, all right. It's I don't know what's the problem. It's not. Oh my goodness. Okay, just all right. There we go. Now we now we could right. Now I think we can share it. So let's try to share it now. Peace to the chat. And I'll go through it a little bit, see if I could. Oh, okay. Now here we go. This is the Book of Gates. So it says Chawu en Fedu ten. Breath to your noses. Sen fek ni tawu nitu. I think that's what it says. So let me go into the act. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm. Oh, wow. I read that totally wrong. No, I didn't. I did not. That is correct. Loosening for your mummy wrappings. Neat Chen Me Chen Iri Ka Ka Aket. Is that it? It says Netan Ramech Aketi. You are the tears of my brain tie. M Ren Chen Ni Remechu in your name of human beings. Ah Aha Mu Nisen Keperu. The great waters of creation. Great is the water of him who created. Oh, all right. In Nitu, M, Ren, Neat, and Aha, Mwe. Ah, I don't know that one. From them, you say in your name of Syrians. Oh my God, I confused myself, yes? Keper Nisan, Shemet, Netes, Nej, Bausen. For them, Seket came into existence. She protects their Ba or souls. Neten, Net, Nechen, Nini, Hawun, Urset. You are those for whom I struck. Now he is now at this point he would be talking to the four races of man, and am I don't all right. That's 159, 160, 161, right? So this is from the tomb of Seti the first. You see it here, right? That's a recreation. You see the names in between here, right? This is Nehesiu, right? So this would be the original here. Right, wait. I don't know why it's going like this. Give me 1 second. Well, that's how it is. I can't do anything about that. Right. So let me go down to 162. Hetepi Hehi Peri Imi. I am content with the man to come forth from me. Emren Chen Ni Nehesi. In your name of Nehesi, translated as Nubians. Keper Sen. Keper N. Sen N. Heru. Net Netef. Nej Bausen. They came into existence for Heru. He protects their Ba, their souls. Hehien E. Eriti Keperenten. I searched for my eye when you came into existence. M. Renten Ni Tichenu. In your name, the Tichenu. Heperuensen Sekmet Nets Nej Bausen. From Sekmet came into existence, she protects their Ba or soul. So these are the different groups of man. And Haru is talking about their souls being protected in the afterlife. I did that already. I did that already. So, right, page 163. From the tomb of Maran Ptah, one Syrian, one Nubian, right? So we're going into the fifth hour. 12 Necher are carrying the serpent of time, adorned with hieroglyphs, Medu Necher for lifetime. Let me see who's there. What's up, Chris? I'm dropping the link in the chat for anyone who's interested in coming in, so they can come in if they like. If not, I will continue reading. So there we go. It's in the chat there. I'll pin it to the top for those who want to come in. I'm gonna go into the YouTube and pin it to the top of the chat for those who want to come in, whoever that might be. Right. I'm very happy with these open talk text readings because I think they are a little bit more interactive, and it actually I think it encourages people to come in more. Um, Let me go back here. No, I need to go back here. Right. There go my brother Chris.
What's up?
What's popping, Chris?
Chilling, chilling.
It seems like I found the formula, Chris. Because it seems like when I do the open panel and I do the text reading, it seems to attract people into. It seems to be a bit more engaging. Do you agree?
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Right. So you see me struggling through the Medu Neter, right? To try
No,
to
no,
get
I saw you and I just popped in. I really didn't pay attention to what you was doing too much. I just saw the Book of Gates again. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm struggling to go through it a little bit again today. But this book, I don't know why they have it where it's open this way, so you have to go from one side to the next as opposed to straight down. It opens two pages at a time. I have no idea why.
yeah, maybe it was cheaper to print the book that way. Maybe.
I really don't know. So we're at the what is this one? This I think this is the 6th hour, right? Or the 5th hour after the Chichenu and all of the other four races got blessed into the afterlife. So it says Kuryu Aha, right? No, Ahawu M Im Iminit, those who carry the lifetime in the West. Netsen Senu Ahawu Sa'a Heruwu, those who establish the lifetime and establish the days. Nu Bawu Imian Imnit. No, Emen, Eminet of the Basos who are in the West. Am I doing well so far, Christopher? Or you dropped out on me?
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm here. Yeah, yeah,
All right. I'm doing good so far.
yeah, yeah. But as you read it, I was looking at the glyphs and just seeing how the transliteration. I mean, you got to make it into English. That sounds good, but some of the translations aren't direct. But it doesn't change anything though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't change the
Wedru
meaning.
and Ket Ketemyit. Is that it?
Yeah, hetemit. Mm-hmm.
And those who are condemned to the place of destruction. In Nansen Rau. Ra says to them. So we also need to point out that this term here could mean several different things, such as the actual deity, the actual sun, and the mouth. So when you see this
Well, no, not the
version,
mouth. They don't. The sun disk is not used as the mouth.
that's not the mouth.
Nah, I mean, it can be used to represent the deity Ray, or it can be used to represent a day, a measure of time, but not the mouth though.
Okay, so this is Ra,
Yep. Or
and
Raul.
this is says.
No,
How did they get?
that's
How did they get? How did they get Ra says to them?
yeah. See, so this is a perfect example. So this sentence, right, is at the type of sentence. It starts with a verb. So the verb "ini" means to say. There's a verb "in," not "ini." My bad. There's a verb "in," which means to speak or to say.
Okay, this one here, right?
Right, and then sometimes they write it in a short form. They might just say "e,"
All
but
right.
"ini" or "in" is the verb, and then the the subject Who says is Ra.
Okay.
Ensign is the indirect object, or they call it the dative. So it's who the saying is being applied to.
Okay, so he says to them. Okay, so this means like them.
Well, Ray says to them, right?
Okay.
Right. Or
And
literally it
then we
says, say to them, Ray.
all right. And then we have E Necheru, right? That's
Mhm.
Necheru. No, is that yeah, Necheru. This is okay, okay. Hentiwu
The cow,
Duat.
the cow's
This
head.
says
Chintiyu. Yeah. It's normally not written that way, but chintiyu is another way of writing before or in front of.
oh, oh gods who are in the Duat.
Right.
Or
So see, in that case,
before.
that translation is not. I
So
would
that's
I would say
before.
old
That's
gods who
before.
are in before or in front of or at the inches of the duat. But
I
it's,
but this
it's,
is
it's
a
the same thing.
but this is a older but this is a older text, right? This is not Middle
Um,
Kingdom text, right? I didn't even check to see.
yeah, most underworld texts are written in standard Middle Egyptian, maybe with some late Egyptian fragments in it, but it's standard Middle Egyptian.
Okay, this is Herui Met Met Wui M Sacha Aha,
It's a child.
who carried a double rope with which measures lifetime. So doesn't this word have to do with poison or something like that?
Not
Metiwui,
necessarily. No, all because you see the word met or metu in there, don't necessarily means it has to deal with poison.
but it has a
You can
okay.
look at the
Well,
determinative and see. Um,
this is the
um,
term. Does it
well,
have it?
technically, well, no, actually, there is no determinative here, but no, but all because it has the met in it, don't mean it's poison, though. Yeah.
Okay. So in this case, this means what? Double rope,
Or well, the two ropes, met to we, or the two strings. Yeah.
right? Which measures. But this word means something more like stands in front of, right?
No, that
Aha,
that word alludes to
ahawu.
time. Aha also has a reference to time or span of life.
Oh, well, look, you learn something new every day. What? Nedger and Chen Meti Metiwui.
Yeah, look, stop reading the transliteration. Read the glyphs.
I c- okay. I can't read all the glyphs. That's why I was reading the transliteration.
Okay, but you need to. I know it's kind of hard not to do it, but in the learning process though, you have to try to read the glyphs, and if you get stuck on the glyph, ask somebody or look the glyph up, or
Okay.
yeah,
So this is Nedger Neti Wu
or netin.
Meti Wu, and this is all right. Oh what?
Sacha ten.
Wait a minute. Secha
Mm-hmm. Sacha ten.
ten. Ahat.
No T. Where you get a T from? No T
No.
there. Ahawu.
A Awu
Mm-hmm.
Ra Tepef.
No, that's the same word ahawu that was in the last. That's a determinative with the word aha.
May you grasp the double rope and measure the lifetime on it. All right. And Bawu when Wu.
Uh-uh.
No, this is when, right? That's
It,
not
it can be, but not in this case.
okay. Okay, and something Wu.
That's the two sticks like
Amenti.
that is emi. It's standing in for m. Emi.
Ini Wu,
Emu.
and
Yeah.
this word is Amenti.
Yeah, Mentet. That's the standard for the West. Yeah.
For the Bas souls who are in the West. Where Drew, you see, I shouldn't do that. You see, I shouldn't do that. Where Drew Haset E,
You've got the air. Where'd you air?
where Drew Er, Haset Sat,
Hatem.
that's Sat, right? This is
Yeah,
Sat, right?
I know why you said that, but this word is Hatem. The seated throne doesn't only mean set; it also means hat or Hatem. Hatem. That's
All right.
another meaning for the seat, the Osar seat.
All
That's
right.
not what it's called, but the throne.
And for those who are condemned to the place of destruction.
Right. That whole word Hatem is place of destruction.
Wow.
Hatem.
They wasn't playing, huh? Ha. This is Ha. Hat. Set.
Yeah, move your screen up a little bit so I can see. I see the like, share, subscribe tab is blocking a lot of that stuff.
Oh, okay. Here's what I could do. I could go and
Or
take
just
that off.
move that tab up to the top. Move the like, share, subscribe up
No,
to the
I could
top.
just take it off.
Okay, yeah, that's even better. Oh,
Right,
perfect.
there we go.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see we got my brother Brass in the building. Peace to my brother Brass. Okay, let
Peace,
me go
Brass.
back. What am I? Okay, right. So this again is Hot Set Nutty Woo.
Hatem. Hatemten.
How what?
That's another spelling for the word hatem. That's just the same word over again. Hatem.
Oh, Hatem
Then
Baku Ketef E. So this again is this. Okay, this is not the place of destruction, right?
heftiu. At
No,
the end,
but this is not the place
that
of destruction. No, this is not the same word as this one, right?
well, it's in this case it's being used. It's either a verb or a noun. So because it says hatem din,
Right.
the
So
souls
if that's not
against
destruction, that means he protects the souls.
or to destroy. No. It's either the verb to destroy or it's the
He
place again.
dest- he destroys their souls. No, that can't be right.
Yeah, Ray does. Yeah,
He
the enemies
destroys
of
their
Ray.
souls. Cause
Yeah, he
this
destroys their
is
souls.
wait a minute, but this is katef, which means something like come forth, right?
No. Heftiu. What is the word? So
I
there's a
know that.
word for
I know that word.
enemies. There's a word for enemy
Oh,
that's go ahead.
this is like fallen ones,
Or enemies.
right?
Heftiu
So he destroys the souls of the enemies.
of my enemies.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's my my
Right.
my.
But still so it depends on how hetem is being used there. But the root I think that's the verb hetem.
All right.
And
May you
that's the dependent pronoun.
extinguish the bar or souls of my enemies. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why they have to make it sound so poetic. They white manning it up. All right. No, don't laugh at me. They are. Awut sen em ma'akeru. Their oblations are justified. Now I have to use a transliteration because I don't recognize this word. Iwu
That's a
wed
triliteral.
wedniwu ensen tepita. So something about being on the earth. Whoever makes an offering to them on earth. Makeru korsen is one who is justified with them. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, you missed the
How could you let me miss a whole boy? You let me miss
whole couple lines.
a whole line. All right. Wedgewu 10. Right. For you who have assigned to the place of destruction, ni ma'a sen. I don't know what that means. So that they do not see the shetit.
Yeah, so the word shetait, the word sheta means sacred or hidden place. So so I don't know why they didn't translate it here, but I can see it's talking about a region. So that's probably why they didn't just translate it out.
You know what? I think sometimes they just realize they don't have a proper translation, so they just put the word. I
No, no,
think.
no. It's not an issue of proper. They just were conflicted about shata. The word shata means sacred, but the determinative at the end alludes to like a booth or a space or something like that. So
Right.
rather than say a sacred space, they just didn't translate it.
Okay. This Jaja Nuket, is that correct?
No, that
No,
new
Newt.
bowl.
No, Newt. Newt.
No,
This
that the
is
new. Okay, go ahead.
this is Jai Jai Newt.
No, it's no newt. But I know why you said it though. But that's because sometimes if you look at the origin of the word, those determinatives are kind of superfluous. But that word doesn't have the newt in it like that.
So is Jajat.
Yeah, it's just jajat, and even that next determinative.
Okay, this is okay. No, no, this is not. This is not a woot. This is not a
Right. That's
pluralization. Is this a pluralization? No, that's no. This is a pluralization.
well. It can either be a pluralization or it can be an abstract indicator, something to indicate something abstractly.
Okay, because I see this is on top as well. So you got
Right. This
pa.
has this has to do with discernment or judging.
Okay, and then you have pawuhat, set. I can't. Oh God, what's that? All right. I know this is. I know this is a bad state of being, and then you
Well,
have hatat.
it's just a bad bird, as they call it, the bad bird.
Right. So I know that this has something to do with a bad state of being for your enemies, right? This I could. This I know, or
Yeah, 'cause
destruction of your enemies, something like that, right?
the word heftiu is there again. Heftiu,
Yeah. So
and
this
that
is probably
and
means destruction of your enemies.
well, the judges, right? The word judges in the front, right, or the discerning ones, or something like that.
It is a counsel which destroys the enemies. So I got the last part right. I just didn't pick up the well. This says the council, but that's probably another liberty that they're taking with the translation. So I read that
No,
part already.
council works. Yeah,
Right.
council's good.
But they're probably taking liberties as they usually do. And here's another image from the tomb of Seti the first. And it was interesting. People don't know that Seti means shooter. So that means that they're describing Seti as a bowman or a magi, or am I off on that?
No, the name Seti is a nisbi adjective. It means man of Set, one who relates to or pertains to Set.
It
It
does.
doesn't mean he's a shooter.
It doesn't.
It does not.
So you just mashed up my whole theory that the man was a bowman.
Yeah, no, it doesn't mean that.
So he was a follower of Set.
He was a
Is that,
follower of Set, man of Set, one who relates to or pertains to Set.
oh, isn't that interesting? That's a whole
Because
nother
it's
story
it's
for
it's
another day.
it's a it's a
Because you
nisbi
know they're gonna.
adjective that derives from a noun.
All right, but people watching that 12th Dynasty weirdo document, which apparently was not even written by indigenous people, about the contentions of Horus and Set. I learned that that is something that they think that the Aamu wrote. Is that correct?
Um, I never heard that, but even if it was though, I mean, it's still a story of the battles between, if
Yeah,
you
but
will,
it's
good and evil. I mean, yeah,
yeah, but that's the weirdo version. But somebody almost got their cheeks clapped. That's not right.
that's not the only place where they talk about cheeks clapping. If you read further into the books of the dead, some of them also discuss the cheeks clapping.
Yeah, but it wasn't that. I mean, was it that kind of cheeks clapping?
Yeah, with that kind of cheeks clapping. Yes. See, that's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
wait,
People
wait.
be saying these things.
So some books, wait a minute. So some books of the dead talk about man trying to clap a next man cheeks in the afterlife.
Yes, it talks about the story between Horus and Set, and talks about Set snatching his testicles and all that. That's not only in the
Oh, I did see that.
contingencies of Horus and Set.
I did see them say that that set snatch off her testicles.
No, Heru snatched Horus's Set's testicles.
Okay, yeah, but that's not gay. They were in a fight. A dude got his eye put out. A dude got his testicles pulled off. What am I gonna say about that? That
Right. I
wasn't
mean,
cheeks
yeah, that's
clapping. That wasn't cheeks clapping. That was a fight.
but people try to act like homosexuality didn't exist in regular African cultures. I don't understand why they think Africans are beyond being human.
Chris, careful what you say. We're saying that the text and the culture does not promote the lifestyle.
Right. It doesn't promote it, but it don't mean it didn't happen.
The way I said it didn't happen, but because
Right.
you see men with a itty phallic, that doesn't mean they're promoting homosexuality.
Yeah, no. That's because people don't understand the power of fertility. So yeah, that's a
But
the world we're living now.
Smash had an interesting conversation, and he said, when you talk about fertility in ancient Kemet, it's actually a masculine thing. They describe virility as fertility.
Yeah. I mean,
Which
it's
very
evident from
interesting. It's
but,
very
but
interesting.
look, it's evident from the iconography though. If you look at the iconography, it's always about male fertility. You don't see anything for the most part about women with large breasts and vaginas and all that. You don't see that.
But that's interesting though. But why does that make people think that they out here clappity clapping the cheeks?
Oh, that's
And they don't even say anything close to that.
Yeah,
But I guess when you can't read, Christopher, that is what happens to you, right?
right. And then Horus and Set is a story. Horus and Set is not a holy text. It's just satire. It's a story.
Yeah, but who wrote that though? Who wrote that?
The same way people there were poets and satirical people throughout time. I mean, they weren't writing it to archive some secret mystery ritual
Well, if
for
it was
all
me,
the time to see.
well, if
It was just
me,
it's just
if it was-
poetry.
if it was
It's
me and I
just
was in a
literature.
suit and they wrote that,
Say again?
if I was in a suit and they wrote something like that, I think I'd have a problem with that.
But why? It's just
No,
self-expression.
Chris, no, Chris. I think they might disappear on my watch. They might be looking for homeboy who wrote that. They might. What happened there?
I think
No,
sometimes
I
people
feel
think.
no.
I think sometimes people put African cultures on pedestals where they were just so perfect and they had no homosexuality and they didn't eat meat and they prayed to the gods all day and they didn't beat their wives and they didn't beat kids. They were normal people.
I don't think they actually beat their kids though. I don't think Africans actually beat their kids. I don't think they do that. I think.
Oh, brother, you gotta do some more reading. I've seen texts when they teaching kids how to read and they beat them on the back with a stick. You gotta expand your text corpus.
Yeah, but were they like underage or were they like young adults? There's a difference,
No, they were. Yeah, they weren't. They were teenagers. They were learning how to read text.
Right. They probably. But they probably went underage though. They might not have been underage. Let's put that.
I'm not talking about child abuse. No,
but I'm saying they might not have been. They might not have been underage. They're probably young men, 17, 18 years old. Not like.
No. These were kids. You don't learn how to become a scribe at 17 or 18 years old. People will learn how to become scribes when they were children, 5 and 6.
So they was getting some licks.
Yeah, it was getting beat on the back, and that's why sometimes they'll take text and they'll draw ears on them on the text. And I'm sure you've probably seen that before. Well, why are those ears there?
Text
right?
with ears on them.
That's another. Yes.
I've never said no. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, they have stele like that too with ears on them. They draw ears on them.
Oh, I saw the one with the 2 eyes at the top, and they're supposed to read that.
Oh yeah, the Wadjet eyes. Yeah, the Wadjet eyes. But yeah, they were regular people, man. Sometimes I think we kind of over romanticize the culture sometimes.
But hold on, Chris. Somebody named BR said Kemet doesn't need this Chris guy, so I think BR is definitely going to be banned for life because I don't understand that comment. So he is banned. He can't come back in here, right?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. It's cool. I mean,
Well,
I
Chris,
don't look at the
nah,
chat.
you know what it means, Chris? It means that I've officially made it into YouTube land. That's what it means. Because when people put in you're not officially a part of YouTube land until you get your name put in a video, which that happened to me. Until you get cursed out on YouTube, which happened to me. And then you get the weirdo comments. So unfortunately, it means I'm coming closer to actually being accepted in YouTube land. And that's a pretty scary thought. But ladies and gentlemen, you can like, share, and subscribe. Share the live, like, share, and subscribe. My mouth is getting dry. I don't want to keep Chris too long because I know Chris, you got stuff to do. You're just being kind with sharing your time. So I do appreciate it, and I
Amen.
don't want to abuse it all the time.
No, that's cool. Yeah, but if I'm free, I'll pop in.
Well, Chris, you're a good brother, and to Mr. BR the jackass, Kemet does need people like Chris. We don't need people like you, who probably never contribute anything and could never come into an actual conversation and say anything of any intelligence. So you are banned from here, and I don't want to see you anywhere near my page again, you punk. Because that's what punk. Okay, I want to use a bad word, Christopher. I could use a bad word.
Hey man, it's your show, man. Go ahead.
That's what punk asses who have tampons hanging out of their boxers do. We don't do that here. You come in and you talk. If you don't want to say anything of intelligence, stay away from here. Because I'm tired of coming on YouTube and having arguments with people and people telling me, Chris, would you believe somebody told me I'm talking too much about Africa? Would you believe that? I got told that.
Wow. Yeah, see that's
Right. Exactly.
yeah, those kind of people can stay out. Yeah, they don't need to be
No, but you
part
see,
of, part of the
but you see,
conversation.
Chris, you need to explain to people everything that they do till they come from Kemet and they don't even know, but they argue it. Physics or science, math, gynecology, religion, all these things come from Kemet. And when people don't read, they argue, and they argue and they continue to argue, and then they piss me off. But but I did the last thing I did was about the retainer sacrifice, and I'm not convinced on that. What I was actually going to do was write a response stating why I think it's wrong.
Yeah, but before you respond to it though, why don't you just do a little bit more digging into the text? You know what I'm saying? Try to find some counter examples and stuff like that. To your argument.
Well, I've come to the conclusion that any paper I read is going to mention the same 2 or 3 people because they have no other examples of it in the actual culture, other than a couple of leaders in the first dynasty. They don't have any other examples to mention. So I'm not going to get any more examples. There are no more examples. And that sad little example that they showed the other day, that's all they're going to mention because there's nothing else to mention. So I don't know.
Just look at other African cultures to see how prevalent, human sacrifice is in other ancient African cultures.
Well, Reggie did say that in certain other cultures, when the king looked like he weak, he used to get taken out.
Which, yeah, that's another technique for trying to reach a conclusion.
But he also said something very interesting. He said when he first started studying Kemet, he said and he used to hear them talking about killing the monarch. He realized that it wasn't actually something that they literally did. It was actually a ritual thing. They didn't actually kill him. It was a ritual thing. I mean, symbolic thing. Sorry, let me not say ritual because ritual could be literal. And then in what I read, they said that sometimes when you see them smiting the enemy, it's not literal; it's symbolic.
Right.
So you might see So you might see Norma holding up a guy's head, and it doesn't mean he literally did that. It doesn't mean he didn't literally do that either. so he
Right, exactly.
so, so we don't know, but according to Reggie, people were smitten, and smiting is a way of giving a sacrifice to the Nasut because he was considered a divinity. So they used to smite enemies, which
Hmm.
would make sense. But I'm
Yeah, I
still.
agree.
But you know what problem is, Chris? I'm like, how should I describe it? It's like when you get involved with this beautiful woman, and she's like the most beautiful thing you ever saw, and you just want to get to know her, and some dude comes up and says, "I was with her last week. She ain't no good." You know, you know what I'm saying, Chris? You just
Yeah,
chilling. Some dude
I
say,
ain't never
"Yeah,
had that
yeah,
happen to me, but I understand though.
right." But you dig what I'm saying, right? You dealing,
Yeah.
and then your boys, and I'm like, "Yo, that's Shoshana from the Black Boy. She was with everybody."
Mm, mm, mm.
And right now, I'm going through my honeymoon phase. They can't tell me nothing about. I don't want to hear nothing about Kemet that don't sound good right now. I'm being honest with you. They're ready. When they hit me with the fact that they were chopping off hands in Kemet, I got mad. I was like, for real? You just ruined my whole childhood. You just showed me a text that said they were chopping off people's hands in Kemet. So I was upset.
Yep.
Then I learned to accept that. Then I jumped out the window the other day. I don't know if you saw it, and said that they were burning people alive in Kemet. And apparently the text I used was not an actual text.
Right. But there is a case of whether it happened though. There are a few cases.
I think
And
Jabari was talking about during one of the golden ages when they were having a fight, when they were having an argument over who was to rule the land. Apparently somebody got burned alive.
yeah, and also in the Lake Kingdom during the harem conspiracy. If you read the harem conspiracy papers, one of the conspirators who conspired into murdering the Nasut, his punishment was to be burned alive and his ashes spread throughout the city for people to trample on them.
Wow. How do you spell harem? H A
Harem. Yeah, harem. It was Thothmos the second or the third. No, not the third. Was it Thothmos? It was one of the Thothmoses. What? It probably was the third. It's called the harem conspiracy.
Okay. Can I get it in English though?
Say again.
I said, would I get it in English?
It should be available. I'm sure. I'm sure there's a.
Where did you get it though?
I got it through the papyrus. Yeah, we read the papyrus.
No. Oh, where did you read that in school?
Well, no, no, well, no, well, no. The papyrus I read with another group. We got together and read it. You can just Google harem conspiracy papyrus, and it'll show you the.
Is it known as the Torin Judicial Papyrus too? Is that the same
I
thing?
think that might be, yeah. We just called it the harem conspiracy, but yeah, I thought that sounds about right too.
Right.
It's basically a papyrus where they chronicle the court case, the investigations, and the murder of the Nasut. So they have interviews, punishments.
So somebody
They interviewed
killed
the harem.
somebody killed in a suit?
Yes,
Oh wow.
yep. His son was involved with it.
His son
Yeah,
too, boy?
yep.
You can't
The
trust
son
nobody.
and his mother was involved.
Wow. So they took our pops because they wanted power, boy.
Yep,
That's
they were, yeah.
horrible, boy.
Harem conspiracy.
And he probably treated that woman nice, huh? And that's what we
I'm
doing
sure he
here.
did. I'm sure he did.
And
But
that's what we doing. And that's what we doing.
greed.
We taking people out. We taking people out for nothing.
Well, people want their lineage to be in power. So sometimes they go to extremes.
But wasn't she already the queen?
She was one of the harem members, but her son wasn't the eldest son though.
So he had to wait. What's the problem?
Sometimes people don't want to wait, man. You know how it is. Sometimes they
I
don't want
mean,
to. They don't
he
want to
might have.
follow order and protocol.
Then again, he might not have got there because the queen might have had about 6 sons, so he might not have got there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? 'Cause, you get a son and one son lives 40 years, and you're all about the same age.
Yeah. And then you get the anomalous Ptahotep who seems to be living forever for those times.
Mhm.
He's just there. You wake up, he's there. 60, 70 years later, he's still there, which I guess was like a weird
Oh,
thing back.
something else I want to tell you too from yesterday. Remember when I was telling you you didn't have the full Ani plate up?
Yes, you did say
Yeah,
that.
I went and checked. Yeah, you didn't. The plate does start on the far right in red. Yeah,
Oh, so
because
that.
normally they don't do that. I was like, wait a minute, they normally don't just start with a
Oh,
word
so
like
that
that. So I
wasn't.
went and I looked at the
So that
plate.
wasn't a full plate.
Yeah, the Pampers of Annie, the one where you had the,
That wasn't it. Oh, I
I
don't
think it was
know
the
then.
last one you
That's what
showed.
they
But yeah,
showed.
yeah, but that wasn't the full plate. That was just half the plate.
So what happened to the other plate? The other part of it.
It should have been on the other side of the page where you had that half at. It should have been there. Yeah, 'cause
So they
I thought I kind
so
of
they
recognized that was
so they
a
effing
prayer
with me
to
then.
Ra.
It
So what?
was.
Yeah, it's a prayer to Ra.
It was a prayer to Ra?
Yeah.
I don't. So they messing with me then.
Well, you didn't
They
have the
sh-
whole plate up.
Well, that's what they showed. I don't know why they didn't show the rest of it.
Well, they probably weren't figuring on people who could read it, but
Oh,
I
wait
knew
a
it was
minute. Oh, wait
weird
a minute.
because
Wait
the
a
way
minute.
it started,
Wait a minute. It
it
might.
didn't sound right.
Oh, you know what happened? I think it's the one under it has the red on it.
Yeah, cause like the way it started, it didn't sound right. The way you said it
Right.
started, I'm like, nah, I got to be something in red.
Let me show you. Let me show you because they might have. I don't know. They might be reading it backwards or something. I don't know what they're doing. But let me show you because the one that they show you under it has the red on it, and I think that's the one you're talking about. I think this is the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah. So what you showed was half of plate one.
Right.
Plate one actually is it's larger than what you had.
Okay. So let me see if this is the other half of plate one. I don't know why they're doing it this way. They probably right. Is this the other half of it here? So this is the other half
Yep.
here, right?
That's where it starts at. Starts right there.
So then, but hold on. But when they're translating it, what are they translating first? They're
They're
translating.
translate. They're translating the
They might
red
be
parts
translating
first.
this. Oh, right. Oh, really?
Right.
So why do they have it this way then? Right. But when we read this though, right? What is it saying here, right? Nah, I don't think that. No, wait, wait,
Yeah.
wait.
No, it doesn't. That's yeah. You're looking at it back. So
No,
the
but
beginning of it's on. Yeah, there we go. It's over there. That's where it starts at. So this translation on the left goes with the papyrus on the right, the far right.
oh, they're translating this right here.
Yes.
So if they're
Yep.
translating that, why don't they put that part at the top? That's the
I don't
part
know
that's
why they do
supposed
it
to be
that
at
way,
the top.
but I guess they figured you can read it, then you know. It doesn't make any
Right.
difference.
So this is the part here where they're talking about it, right? He
Right.
says, "Hail to
That's the
you,
beginning.
having come as Kepri, even Kepri," right? That is what they're translating there.
Wait, so he says, "Hail to you, Kepri."
Right.
He says, "Hails to you, one who comes as
Right.
the
This is
form."
Jedi. This is Jedi F Nej Neji, right?
No, Inej,
Inej
Her Ek.
here Ek, right? So this is the part where it says
Her Ek.
he says hail to you, right? So
Right.
all this is basically saying he says hail to you, right? So to speak,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
That's what this says here, right? And
Yes.
this is in
No.
et
E, no, not
in.
in. It's eet. Eet.
Oh yeah, right. Eet. All this is eet, right? Have it come
Mm-hmm.
M2. No S. They translate it as S. Kepri. I don't know why they translate it because they actually translate it back.
Yeah. So the word hepari here means figure or form.
Right. So Kepri,
Right.
ma a
M.
right, M,
right?
Ak, right. No, no, no,
No, no,
no.
you're reading the wrong direction. You should be reading from right to left down. So
Oh,
so
so I'm
you
going
so
this way.
you're going down, but I just noticed where you put your cursor at. That what's that next word right there
This way?
after M? Yeah.
Ma, ma.
No, what's that glyph that looks like a little wedge right there? What is that glyph?
This one, this is my A.
What's the one in front of it?
This is like Ka? No, Kasu.
Yeah, so that's a no. So that's a uniliteral, and it has a phonetic value of like Q. So that word is squama. Squama.
All right. So,
So the sickle, the owl, and the throw stick are all part of that one word, guama.
all right. So that means something like create, right?
Yeah, to make or create. Yeah.
Right. Natural. I don't. I know this word means to shine, but
Well, it could mean a sham, but it has other meanings too. But it's the word. Excuse me. It's the word
I can't.
ka. Ka.
What? Ka. Waben.
No, ka ek. You missed the ek.
Oh, ka. Oh, ka ek.
Right.
Right. To rise.
And then
And waben ek means to shine.
welcoming to rise. The word before it means to appear in glory.
You know what? You know what? Let me stop doing this. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to stop. It's time for me to stop. I'm going too far. Again, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble, Chris. I'm going to get in trouble. Stop. Stop.
Hey man, but that's what's up though. You gotta read. You gotta
I'm
read on
going to
the
get in
fly.
trouble. I'm going to get in trouble, Chris. Right. Thanks again, bro. Thanks again for another good one. I'm
That'll
going to
work.
end the stream here on a good note. Now, remember, I am waiting to hear when you're teaching that grammar class.
Yeah, no, I didn't forget about it. Yeah, I'm gonna consult the elder.
Right. So next week you'll be teaching that grammar class.
Well, no, it won't be that fast. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
'cause these things are highly organized. They come in cycles.
Christopher. The cycle, I'm gonna put some hekau on it so that the cycle come faster. Right. All right, Chris.
Cool. All right, man.
Later. I just